It's time. It's time. It's time for the Slapperous arc. Alright. Let me just rearrange everything here. Ah. Is it there, though? It should be. I haven't checked. It should be. I verified the game cache. Please be there. Yeah, it's there. Of Teen and Tech. Oh, I didn't even fucking intro. Hey guys! Stream! Okay. How do you even read that? Ace. Fuck it! Ah, yes! This is it, fellas. Another night of laughter and camaraderie. Another night of joy and communion with some totally normal teens who would never hurt. Just kidding, idiot. You're still in Alternia. You know one of these miserable chuckle fucks around here somewhere, waiting for the exact right moment to inundate you with another disgusting dose of friendship. Who is going to be the author of your destruction on this accursed evening? Jesus Christ. I want to save the best for last. Oh! That's a good start. That's a good start. Okay. Yeah, I want to save the best for last, so we're doing Daria last. Okay. Dim lights, the din of a roaring crowd, the smell of horribly overpriced and nauseating concessions. Even across galaxies, timelines, and perhaps even universes, there is still something deeply familiar about a sporting arena. Smash her mother honking face in! There's also something deeply familiar about sports fans. Hi, again. Hello again. Does this make Amicia the newest, the most appearing troll thus far? Man. Jesus, I just noticed the fucking horses in the background. They're ripped. Blah, such a shame to have seats next to the purples. They could be so crude and boorish, don't you agree? Chahoot wouldn't really be this loud. Usually. Find yourself here, attending a wrestling show. Display of muscular theater, to use troll terminology, thanks to the benevolence of Amicia Erden. She won the tickets in a raffle and has excitedly invited you to come along. You agreed, with some reservations that you quickly expressed. She was quite disappointed, but eventually agreed not to kidnap you and keep you locked up as a living paint jar, since you're buddies and all. What a sweet friend. You have to admit, though, muscular theater isn't really your type of thing. It's an over-the-top and ridiculous as human wrestling. It makes it perfectly entertaining enough, but it's also, well, a lot more violent. Participants aren't expected to die, as far as you can tell, but you've already seen quite a few get wheeled off in futuristic hover structures with injuries you're not sure they could survive. Oh gosh, she nearly got impaled there. Every match tonight is taking place within a chain-link cage. Spikes surround it on both outside and inside jut out occasionally from the places where the wires cross. The overall design, in addition to ensuring maximum bloodshed, seems to keep both the wrestlers inside and the audience out. Ironically, it might be safer that way. The current combatants are some olive blood named the Huntress, and purple blood calling himself Culpits. Interesting to you, there's nothing clown-like about him at all. He's got like a fucking bootleg, goddamn insane clown posse logo on his arm. No more clown pits. No more pits, please. It is almost conspicuous how unclowny he is. only due to the absolutely ridiculous amount of clown content you would have imbibed in the presence of other purples. The two fighters appear to be nearly evenly matched. The olive troll ducks and weaves amid blindingly fast punches from the purple, slashing at him with grandiose arm gestures, trying to overwhelm him with a barrage of small attacks. Every one of his punches hits hard enough to knock her down. She always springs up before he can land a second hit. She's incredibly steady on her feet, quicker than can be. In fact, you get the distinct impression that the olive troll is holding back, presumably so as to avoid inciting the crowd. Thus far, you have not seen a single match in which the lower blood opponent triumphed over a higher blood foe. I must admit, this match is a lot more tense than I was expecting, but I hope it ends soon. There's supposed to be a really famous, muscular theaterist performing next. Her name is Nihkee Moolah. She's never lost a fight. I heard she even beat a Violet Blood once. Nihkee Moolah, huh? Now that's a name you could befriend. She must be as big a deal as Amicia makes her out to be, because she uses her real name instead of some ridiculous made-up nonsense like John Cena or Hulk Hogan. Look! He got her! You flinch. The purple blood finally managed to get his quarry in his clutches. He lifts her up by the face, digging his fingers into her skull until you hear a sickening crunch, and she collapses to the ground, panting heavily. Yo, there's Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff in the background. Is there? Where? Far right. Yep. I see him. I see him. I see the fucking mouth. She can't bring herself back up to her feet, and the announcer calls the match to an uproarious applause from the audience. Two trolls enter the cage and start dragging her out, while the winner basks in the audience's affection. Literally just Mr. Mime. There's a Mr. Mime in there? Oh. How did I not notice that? How did I not notice that? I didn't. Far left there's a Mr. Mime. I didn't even fucking see that. Under the... There's just weapons. The Olive Blood looks like she'll probably live. She's got a dent in her face that probably isn't coming out ever. Ugh. All of a sudden, you think you really need to get a bathroom. You mean use the snack. You mean you'll be right back. Oh, okay. Come back soon. This fight has given me all sorts of ideas for a new painting. Quickly make a break for it, jostling your way through the stands and towards the exit of the arena. But before you make it, a voice calls out to you. Some slick-haired and slick-finned violet-blooded guy, wearing a full suit with tacky flame pattern on it. Hey, you alien! Me, you ask? Pointing to yourself nervously. No, the other alien! Swing your head around wildly, looking for the other alien. This bit plays out predictably for a while before you both get on the same page, which is that you are the alien whose attention he wants. You looking to make a little extra buck? No, not really. You never spent all that money you won with Nostalgia. Okay, how about fame? Frankly, you're probably already too famous for your own good. Friendship? Oh shit, yeah. Sighing with relief, the troll leads you backstage whilst explaining that he is a promoter for the wrestling ring. One of the trolls that was supposed to perform tonight was eaten by some plant called the troll-devouring Catcha-Grabber. Catcha-Grabber. As such, famed muscular theaterist Nihkee Moolah has been left with nobody to fight. You will be that nobody or somebody. An alien will bring in all sorts of media attention and controversy, which of course means big bucks for him and friendship for you. Well, we're gonna be killed. Nihkee is so friendly, he says. So friendly, he says, in a tone insincere, even your friendship-addled brain refuses to believe it. It's okay, you've met worse. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Isu, what? Jesus Christ, she's huge! She's massive! Isu, thank you, yes. I like that roller derby troll in the background. He does have nipples, and I don't like it. I can't believe this. He takes you back room, which seems to be full of performers waiting for their turn on stage. There are all sorts of trolls here, muscular, sweat-soaked, blue-blooded more often than not. One troll in particular stands out to you, from her severe expression to her softly pulsating robot leg. The fact that she's the only troll with a fully illustrated sprite. She's currently doing bicep curls with a set of spiked weights, huffing with exertion. When the promoter approaches, she looks up with a scowl. Here's the thing. Love bass and stuff, or bass and stuff. Here's the thing. You have said, give them a Russian voice too much. To the point where I'm absolutely not going to do it to spite you now. So congratulations for spamming the chat. You're not going to get the fucking Russian accent, alright? No. 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 I'm doing fucking Macho Man. I'm busy. He begins to explain that he has brought a new challenger for her to face, but she cuts him off and stands up. She isn't as tall as you expected, but damn if she isn't dense, packing more brawn than any other troll you've met. Do you want to know what happens, sister, to people who disturb my preparations? Do you want to experience the bone-crushing, torso-shattering impact of these ladies right here? She flexes. God, those muscles are huge. The promoter tells her that she doesn't have to keep up the act. There's no cameras back here. She gives him a stern look, which distinctly suggests that she's never dropped kayfabe in her life and has no intention of starting now. Make it quick. The promoter makes it quick. What is that face? That looks like the Kronk meme. Ryan, John Egbert's in the crowd. What? John's not in the crowd. We'll see the crowd again. I'll take a look. So let me get this straight. You expect me to perform with this thing? She seems less than impressed, which you find reasonable. Magnificent legs aside, you really don't look like the wrestling type. Don't you dare insult me, sister. I'd rather you pull a Rusty from the audience and subject me to this humiliation. It's not Final Fam. It sounds nothing like Final Fam. If it was Final Fam, it'd be like, I do not want to be humiliated. Oh, but you're more than just an audience member. Frail though you may be, you have the heart and soul of a wrestler. You have a long, much longer than about 5 minutes, you thoroughly assure her. You have long, much longer than about 5 minutes, you thoroughly assure her. Waited for an opening such as this to reveal your true passion to the world, to come alive on stage and grapple and tumble with the best of them. For eons, you have thirsted for the chance of... Oh, boy. Thirst? What's that? Thirst? For eons, you have thirsted for the chance to sing the song of Sinew, the hymn of heft, the melody of muscle. With that, you could be blessed with the opportunity to live the life of an athlete, to perform alongside your hero, to show the world that you too love to do the muscly thing. That you might just... Okay, I get it! She glances over at the promoter, then back at you. It does seem
It does seem surprisingly articulate for a lesser being, but is it ready for a butt clenching, flesh abrading, knuckle blistering, muscle rippling smackdown from up down? Brother.
Oh boy. Yes. You nod your head confidently. Blister my knuckles and braid my flesh, you say. Let's get the smackdown started. That's all of your pickup lines to her.
You've got guts,
she says to the promoter and gives him a curt nod.
The match is on.
Then she turns back to you.
Now, sister, we need to discuss the show. I will make all the decisions. You will respond adequately to the storyline I present. It will be thus. An alien invader challenges me in an exhibition match to topple the matriarchy. They fight valiantly and show an entertaining display of strength. But in the end, as it is right and proper, the nobler hue of the hemo spectrum prevails again. Ah!
She starts flexing and showing off for an imaginary audience before turning back to you.
Any questions, sister?
Yes, actually, you do have a couple of questions. First, will you die?
No! Unless you're particularly disgustingly weak. In which case, maybe!
Such is the risk we take, we who indulge in that most noble and dignified of sports.
I was willing to give up my leg for the craft. Is your life such a heavy price to pay for the tale that will transcend us and be remembered in the annals of muscular history? Is it, sister?
It purposely skips it.
Well, it's rhetorical.
Right. Secondly, when she says exhibition match,
it's a muscular theater term, referring to a match staged for entertainment does not affect one's ranking on the flex ladder.
Really? Flex a ladder?
We will not be sparring in the nude.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. Stream's canceled.
Such glorious displays of raw, chiseled physique are reserved for the intergalactic Trollympics.
No, yeah, you got that. Mostly you were wondering if it meant the loser's head being exhibited on a pike, or some other bloodthirsty nonsense.
Do not denigrate the noble sport with claims of savagery.
Thirdly, you're getting the sense that she's gonna be playing the heel, yeah? I want to go to the Trollympics.
The what?
You explain that in your own cultural equivalent of the muscular theater, performers generally fall into the category of face or heel, wherein the face is a rule-abiding and sympathetic figure the audience is meant to root for, while as the heel takes on more of an aggressive and unlikable personality.
What part of my personality is unlikable? Do you dare suggest...
This is killing me. This is killing my voice. Easy, please.
Do you dare suggest, sister, that the audience won't be roaring in thunderous
I don't have any water left.
applause and admiration as I conquer yet another pitiful foe?
Tell her, you know what? She can be both the face and the heel, and you'll just be
subjugated under my heel.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Moolah, chatting time's over. You're up. She jerks her head back at you and silently marches out of the room. You begin to follow, and the promoter directs you to the entrance on the other side of the arena. You wait nervously. I mean, I am gonna need water. After this one, wait nervously for your cue to enter. Well, folks, we've had some technical difficulties, but here comes the match you've all been waiting for. Wearing the belt of champions and a leg of her own design, she's ready to gut the competition. A paragon of power, a lady of legwork, a true blue rough annihilator in the making. Clap those hands and activate your screech crevices. It's Nihkee Moolah! Where's John? Oh, God, I see him. That's not... I mean, it kind of looks like John, but I don't think it is John. Nihkee approaches the cage to thunderous applause, raising her arms up and soaking in all the praise. Whoa! Whoa! She flexes and poses as the audience throws glasses of milk at her, which shatter uselessly around her steely frame. This appears to be a common ritual for her. She steps through one of the cage doors and slams shut behind her, locking tight. With her arms crossed and her teeth firmly gritted, she waits you. As the announcer begins a new intro speech, you step forward. Sorry, I keep yawning. I woke up too early. And in the other corner, frail in stature, weak in the knees, wearing a perpetual look of befuddlement, we have some messed up blood alien. How has this absurd mockery of life not been called yet? Perhaps only so fate could lead them to their thrashing in the bloodthirsty hands and barbed foot of the Grand Nihkee. A decent proportion of the crowd boos at you during your approach, which you find unsurprising. You have to dodge a hail of old boots and rotten fruit. Somebody throws an entire piano at you. Relatively unfazed, you enter the ring and hear the door close behind you.
So, you've come here, alien, to prove your cards.
Would Pam hurt less, I wonder?
You've come here, alien.
No, it doesn't. It just hurts.
Prove your kind superior to the unbreakable, unstoppable troll species.
Yeah! You shout. Your kind is so superior to trolls.
And you, their emissary. Does this creature look superior to you, my theater enthusiasts?
She turns to the audience, throwing out a hand and gesture to you. They boo.
Is this sorry specimen the best its planet could offer?
More boos. You countered that you came more than prepared to tackle the, matriarchy? Yeah, that.
So you claim to be prepared. But are you prepared to face these 24-inch slither noodles?
She flexes so hard, the announcer's sleeves explode.
So be it. I'll crush you in a single blow.
You're expecting a referee to start the match, but then it occurs to you that there is no referee. Somewhere in the distance, a bullhorn sounds, which apparently is the signal to begin. Without taking your eyes off you, Nihkee grabs the cage wall behind her and hoists herself up effortlessly, scaling it in reverse until she reaches the top. Jesus Christ. The announcer is screaming something like about this move being called the Spiky Nihkee. Well, that answers my question. Shit. Sorry, I'm fucking with something right now. Once she finishes her ascension, Nihkee deftly leaps from the edge of the cage and spins down towards you. Her body twists and writhes in multiple blindingly fast flips before her robotic leg comes slashing at you. You spend quite some time admiring her dazzling form before it occurs to you you should probably move. You duck and roll forwards, feeling the point of her leg just barely graze your scalp. The announcer shouts, "First blood!" as you feel light trickle down the back of your neck. Some members of the crowd are booing, presumably because they just noticed the color of your blood. The Between the neon lighting in the distance, they probably just think it's a rust-colored and not a mutant red. So at least you have that going for you. What you don't have going for you is time to think about your next move, because Nihkee pivots on her heel and charges at you. This time, she's going in for a more theatric show. Two powerful hands grab you and lift you over her shoulder, where you nearly gore yourself on one of her horns in your struggle to escape. You plant two hands on her back and push hard, and you are delighted to find that her grip loosens and you go tumbling over her back, landing with clumsy stagger on your feet. You're not sure if she let you get away with that one for the sake of the show, or if you just slipped out of her sweat-soaked palms, but you're going to charitably assume the former. She turns to face you, grunting and baring her fangs. She charges, rearing back a fist and then sending it barreling towards your fragile human nose. You leap out of the way, only narrowly dodging it. All you've done is avoid me, coward! Where's your killer instinct? Fantastic, what is this? Oh god, you did it. You made it. You did it. Hold on. Perfect. Do I scare you? Are you loath to my face? Oh, to face my true blue, muscle-bound beauty. You take this as your cue to attack, and instead you run full tilt away from her. It isn't fear carrying you, you swear. Fool. There is no running or hiding from Nihkee, Moolah. Stand and fight. Sprints towards you as you flee. The crowd is on tender hooks. No one knows what you're doing, least of all you. But I wish I could stop yawning. You fucking dying! Oh my god. Why are you people doing this? What is this garbage in my chat? Stop. She sprints towards you and you flee. The crowd is on tender hooks. Nobody knows what you're doing, least of all you. But you think you can pull something cool out like this. Cool, next person to post that gets banned. How about that? Next person to post that gets banned. Yep, Doodles will ban. You leap at the cage wall, barely dodging the spikes that line it, and use the slight amount of give in the chain link wires to springboard you off. With an exuberant grin, you go flying towards her, arm held out for a classic clothesline maneuver. Then you collide with her own arm and whop! Oh. When you wake up, you're lying on what appears to be an exercise mat. You can feel a telltale throbbing sensation in your face that indicates a black eye. The rest of you, thankfully, doesn't feel particularly hurt. Nearby, you can hear the huff and puff of exertion. You glance over... Oh. Oh, Isu subbed. Thank you, Isu. Yes, I know your guy. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, shit, that photo in the back. Nearby, you can hear the huff and puff of exertion. You glance over and spot Nihkee training in one of those leg press machines you've always saw in gyms but never had the courage to attempt to use. She's wearing an exercise outfit which, despite its vastly different purpose, looks almost exactly like the outfit she wore in the ring. It has all the functions a fitness aficionado would want. It's loose, breathable, and the artists don't have to draw a second set of sprites for it. As soon as she notices you're awake, she turns to speak to you. She doesn't even stop her workout. Finally awake, sister. Welcome to my hive. I've spent much time here. So much precious, valuable time. Waiting for you to open your eyes. Oh god, how long have you been out? About 40 minutes. Oh, that's not so bad, is it? Perhaps, but only compared to your abysmal performance in the ring. To be knocked out cold by your own attack. It's fucking... You walked in, you slipped on an ice cube. Wretched.
I am an impossible foe to conquer, and yet even a rusty has me towed longer in the realm of mortal combat. You are weak, sister. Offensively so. She slams her foot forward with such velocity, the weight of the leg press goes flying off, leaves a dent in the floor. I gotta get all these yawns out. Ugh. Stop it. Ugh. God, why am I so fucking tired? Grunting, she stands, takes a long swig from a bottle, and then approaches you with fire in her eyes. Fire? Iron still in the fire? What do you have to say for yourself? Scuttle backwards, proffing only a sheepish smile. You're sorry, you guess? I didn't bring you here for apologies. I brought you here to see your heart ignite with the will to improve. You are not a worthless being. You have the flair for theatrics and appreciation of the sport, and a shining soul, filled of only the most intractable determination. Oh. What's that? The soul's filled with what? The soul's filled with what? You could be so much better than you are, sister. I could make you so much more. She believes in us. Cast your gaze around you and behold, the Bronzeum! You obediently cast said gaze around. This room is massive and littered with training equipment as far as the eye can see. Much of it resembles exercise machines like the ones you had in gyms back on Earth. But there are plenty more that look like far more alien things. Damn it! I'm dying! Treadmill, which appears to throw the runner into a vat of acid if they fall out. A series of swinging axes that would look at home in a dungeon. 3 different varieties of Iron Maiden, each more horrific than the last. This is presumably Nikee's personal workout studio, but you could easily mistake it for a torture chamber. You wonder if our Dada has ever considered a job as a personal trainer. Maybe you should bring it up with her. There are some who may be worthy of my expertise. It is here that I can forge them, just as I forged myself into beings of adamantine strength. The journey will be harsh. If you are made of weaker stuff than I believe, you will perish in anger. I know, I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I fucking muted myself. I'm fucking tired, dude. But if your core is strong and your will of iron, you will be an unquenchable might. She extends a hand to you, her jaw set. Join me, sister, and together we shall ascend to tumescent heights of muscular perfection. There's a look in her eyes that you've never seen before, one of hope, of faith. Her arm vibrates, muscles quaking. Do you take it? What do we do, guys? Take it. 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 Okay. Take her hand, staring into those hopeful eyes. Oh, to see the deep sapphire blue filled with the glow of friendship. She squeezes your hand so tightly, you feel your fingers fracturing. Excellent. I knew you had the spark. Now let's make a flame to grind and crush and pummel the flint till it bursts into a roaring blaze of strength. Today I shall teach you by testing your limits. Come. She leads you to the treadmill and the deep bubbling pit of acid directly behind it. You nervously step on. Well, we're going to die. We're going to measure your speed and stamina. Run until you can run no longer. What is this voice? She starts up the machine. She gives you a nice breezy jogging pace at first, but then treads quickly begin to whir their way at a blindingly fast rate. You're sprinting as hard as you can to keep up, holding desperately onto the arms of the treadmill. Come on, sister. Grit your teeth. Put your thrust sinew into it. You're not evacuating your acid tract by the time you're done. You aren't trying hard enough.
Goodbye, voice. Sweat beads on your forehead as you push your legs to the limit, running like you're being chased by an angry drone. Your feet must be blurring like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog by now. These treads are moving even faster. You can almost feel yourself slipping. Got to hold. Ah! You lose your grip and go flying backwards, narrowly grasping onto the edge of the pit and dangling into it. This is great. Toes singed by the acid. Youch! You hoist yourself up over the edge and roll to the side, hissing. Nihkee stands over you, clicking her tongue. Top speed, 12 miles an hour. That's good, right?
For a blonde's blood. Next test.
She takes you from machine to machine in quick succession, each time commenting on your skill level. Your biceps are terrible at rusties. They're terrible as rusties. Your lungs are as gold as best. Your legs are unexpected cerulean. All the while taunting you, encouraging you to push yourself further.
The desecrated corpse of my ancestor could do better than this.
You struggle to deadlift a giant barbell made from dead monster skulls.
Are you going to eject this mate fluid all night long? Or are you going to woman up?
You go toe-to-toe with a punching bag and it shoots sonic blasts at you whenever you hit it.
Shape up or get ejected from the nearest solar execution barge.
Sob as she forces you to do 30 minutes of freeform jazzercise.
Your jazz heads are terrible.
By the time an hour is up, you're panting and huffing, desperate for a break. Nihkee finally relents.
Your reward for staying alive thus far. Stay hydrated, sister.
She tosses you one of the protein shaker bottles that the gym buffs are always chugging from. You regard the mixture within curiously for a moment, before throwing caution to the wind and gulping some down. When has imbibing alien substances ever hurt you before? But when the flavor hits your taste buds, you almost retch. Is this Gatorade mixed with milk? Oh!
Nutritious and delicious.
Keep chugging it. You need the liquids, foul though may be.
Alright, lactose break over. Let's continue.
She next leads you over to one of those Iron Maidens. This one doesn't actually look spiked. It's just a blunt, bumpy surface on the inside.
Get in.
What?
Get in, sister.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Hold on, guys. Alright. You reluctantly stepped inside the Iron Maiden, and the doors clamped shut around you. This thing is far, far too tight for you, and the bumps are pressing into you from all sides, threatening to squeeze you away into nothing. You groan and push back against the walls, desperately trying to keep them from crushing you into a little human waffle. Just when you think your strength is about to give out, the Iron Maiden opens. Pressure resistance, about olive level. Is this Matilda? God, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
The results are surprisingly adequate. Your potential continues to shine. Good work.
This halfway point seems to mark a change in her attitude as you continue to, just barely, persevere through everything she throws at you. Like a shape weight so powerful it leaves you shuddering intermittently through the next few exercises.
Keep steady, sister. Don't lose heart on me now.
Rowing machine that douses you with boiling water if you can't keep up pace.
Go, go, go! We'll make a fuchsia medalist of you yet.
Literally being chased around the field outside by a giant toothy monster.
Don't you dare allow this thing the satisfaction of feasting on your bones.
After hours of this grueling work, you finally collapse. You think some of your bones are broken. Your heartbeat is coming in quick and irregular pulses, and you can hardly breathe. Your vision blurs and shifts out at the edges. God, you're amazed you haven't passed out yet.
Get up!
Look at that smile. Look at that face! You glance weakly up at Nihkee, expecting her to be looking down at you with disdain, but instead you see her crouching down and offering you a hand wearing a smile. take her hand and she pulls you up to your feet. Oh! 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 The look on her face now resembles pride, and only when she claps the palm around your shoulder, it only kind of hurts.
You've done well, sister. I threw everything I had at you. You soldiers on with head held high, even as your body broke beneath the weight. I have never seen such commitment, such strength of heart and soul, such dedication to the craft, such appreciation for the most righteous of pursuits. You are no mere workout partner, you are a workout friend.
A light blossoms inside of you, like the neighing of a horse, this feeling of power, of strength, a bond between two warriors. This is real and true, and this light will never, ever leave you. As you bask here in the satisfied and sweaty glow of a good workout, you realize that planets, universes, dimensions, realities, powers, principalities, and cosmos come and go. But being swole as fuck is forever. Being swole as fuck is forever. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink. Drink time! I'm back now. Hey, guys. Alright. Back to this shit. I'm gonna try not to fall asleep. Hey, Jade. Alright. Let's get that instant end.
Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, yeah. Smackdown from uptown.
Well? I hate the skip. I hate that fucking skip. I swear to God, I'm just gonna start clicking through them. This time we make sure it's off. It's off. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's off this time. Actually, this is starting to sound a little much for you. You aren't sure you can quite match her enthusiasm for the craft.
Who do you think you are, sister? You who has the globes to step to me. You come into my dressing room with those flimsy, stringy, insultingly puny arms of yours. Look me in the eyes and challenge me to a match. Beg for the chance to spar with me and then cluck out like a little pathetic alien whelp. Get out of my sight.
Head bowed low, you retreat to safety, comfort, and friendliness expanse that is the audience. You can't even bear to look at Nihkee when she goes out and performs. You're so saddened by the loss of a potential chum. Well, that and it's kind of grisly watching her pull low blood challengers from the audience and smash their faces into spikes. She doesn't seem to be too particularly broken up about it. All right. And now for the bad end. You ready for the bad end? Yeah, it's bad end time. Bad end. Bad end. Okay. And yes. Okay. I'm gonna hesitate. You begin to offer your hand, but under her steely gaze, your resolve wavers. This all seems like a lot. Too much, even. You don't know if you're made of stuff tough enough for the training she seems to be offering. You would like to prove yourself, to become strong. You really would, but does she perhaps just maybe have any courses a little easier on soft and squishy creatures like yourself? Expression of her face grows terrifyingly blank. She's not scowling or snarling or sickened or any other S word. She's just looking at you. Smile! Sweet! Sadistic! Surprise! Sister! 7! Stream is still set to party hard. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, you're right. I'm too lazy to change it. Too lazy to change it, so fuck it. Expression on her face grows terrifyingly blank. She's just looking at you with the vaguest hint of disappointment dripping from her otherwise neutral expression.
I see. You're like all the rest, aren't you? Unworthy to receive my gifts. Unwilling to reach your full potential. A pathetic, simpering thing, playing at dreams of muscular greatness it can never achieve because it doesn't have the will for it. You're an insult to my art. You spit on my passion. Get the fuck out of my face and do not ever dare to return.
Shrinking under her steely gaze, you quickly flee her hive. Is this it for you? Is the screen going to fade to black, replaced by a goofy, cartoonish end card and some somber game over music composed by artistic genius James Roach? No, you refuse. You are not ready to call this friendship kaput. You'll show her in draconian methods up, damn it. It's time to get ripped.
You're gonna do it your own way, and then return, and she will be so utterly impressed by your muscular growth, she will have no choice to admit that you are friend material. Sadly, you do not know any other blue bloods characterized by an absurd love of muscles and bodybuilding. They're basically all total nerds, actually. But you can perhaps think of someone from a nearby hue who can help you. Yeah? Oh, that's right. She does have weights. I forgot she has weights. Oh, what an unexpected surprise. You really should have called. Or texted. Or did literally anything else to alert me to the fact that you wanted to visit me on such short notice when my schedule is so terribly packed. But that's alright, I can squeeze in a meeting, I'm sure. Do come in, do come in! Oh, fuck, they're both here! Son of a bitch. This is just double. Double! This is just the big lesbian arc, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Step past the threshold of the door and into her office/living room. Tyzias is sprawled out across the couch, lazily holding a book up to her face. Looks like she's studying, which is a relief to you, because you would have felt terrible if you had interrupted some intimate time between them. Unless studying is intimate for them? I kind of hope studying isn't intimate for anyone. The prospect terrifies. Would you like to join me and ZZ for some grub loaf? It's no imposition, I promise. You absolutely would. You didn't even know Stelsa was a cook on top of everything else she does. Oh, no, I could never. There simply isn't enough time. I'm just ordering from Door Smash. It's excellent stuff, really. It is ZZ has some very colorful words for the taste. It's pretty bitchin'. Yes, it is certainly that. Pencil our good friend in here for a dinner date, can you, darling? They're literally right there already. We don't have to do that. Stelsa pauses and blinks, as if processing a foreign concept. Right! Sometimes Stelsa forgets that you don't have to put everything on a schedule. Which is fair. School feeding changes a troll. Stelsa pulls up a chair and gestures for you to sit down in front of her desk. All that said, while we wait for the meal to arrive, let's get down to brass tacks. What brings you to my lovely abode tonight? Maybe they just want to see you. People don't always need a reason beyond that. You do actually have a reason, though. Shit. You explain to Stelsa that you have a friend, more accurately a friend-to-be, or perhaps acquaintance, or perhaps person of chum-adjacent quality, who would you like to impress through the pursuit of personal fitness. You recall that Stelsa was jogging when you met her, so maybe she could help you put together a fitness routine and you could do some workouts together? Her expression lights up and she clasps her hand together. Oh my goodness, I would absolutely love that. My poor ZZ is usually far too tired and far too busy. Sometimes I don't know how I manage it myself, so I'd absolutely love a partner to keep trained CZAT from running on time. Assuming, of course, you won't be late yourself and can keep up with my pace. Fair warning, it's blistering. Isn't it though? Thanks, sweetums. You confidently assert that, if nothing else, you can keep pace with her. Your legs have seen a lot of use, walking, running, fleeing, prostrating yourself before clowns. You know, the usual. Excellent. We'll set up some meetings and then I'll add you to my schedule. My people call your people, etc., etc. Thanks for visiting. It's been so lovely to see you. Toodaloo. She's halfway through shoving you out the door. You remind her she invited you in for grub loaf. She hastily, apologetically pulls you back inside. Tyzias snickering in the background. Don't know what I'd do if I didn't have Stelsa. Someone has to be the energetic one in this quadrant. Contrast in the certainly stark one. Has Tyzias considered quaffing energy drinks here or there? Perhaps they could keep her pep up. 1. I'd probably literally die. 2. You don't want to see me on energy drinks. Nobody does. Fair. Spend a little while longer chatting with Tyzias before the delivery arrives, and the three of you have dinner together. The grub loaf is exactly as bitchin' as advertised. A wonderful meal with wonderful friends. Perfect precursor to the fitness montage yet to come. Visit Stelsa multiple days a week, fitting yourself into her incredibly convoluted and packed schedule. The feat doesn't actually prove very hard. You basically only exist to spend time with friends. Her equipment is delightfully free of torture devices, besides her step machine.
She also has quite a bit of smaller exercise paraphernalia. Aerobic doodads, thingamajigs, yoga mats, jogging outfits. This is the bad end, guys. Even one of those huge bouncy exercise balls, which she bans you from using after you accidentally send it careening into a carefully organized stack of books. Stelsa carries herself forward with a peppy, always-on sense of gusto that can be difficult to keep up with, but her bright smiles and encouraging attitude do wonders to keep you invested, to convince you that you really can acquire the swole hood you've dreamed of. By the end of the perigee, you are, well, you wouldn't exactly call yourself ripped, but your muscles are definitely toned in a way that previously were not. You feel hale and healthy, more energetic than ever, with a bit of extra pep in your step. Apparently, regular exercise make you feel good? Wild. Exercise make you feel... Hey, when you... No, I'm not gonna... Can I play a clip real quick, guys? I'm sorry to detract. I know how much people hate when I go off track during these streams. Just gonna...
Also, when you nut, push you backwards. How's that supposed to work? Go ahead, Justin. I said my thing about the when you nut, it pushes you backwards. Look at this.
Did we get a clean take though?
If you look at the script,
Actually, could we get a couple different reads on that one? And
yeah, sure. Well, when you nut, it pushes you backwards. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. When you nut, wouldn't it push you backwards? That's what I think from my own twisted, skewed vision.
Now, Griffin, could you give us one, like, even you're, like, nervous about saying it? Like, even you're unsure it's an okay thing to say?
Yeah, sure. When you nut, never mind.
That's good.
It pushes you backwards.
So when I accidentally... I accidentally said regular exercise make you feel good? So I thought of when you nut, it pushes you backward? As you look at yourself in the reflection of an acid puddle, you flex and watch your muscles bulge. Fuck yeah, it's time. Hey, Doodles, real quick, how the fuck long have you known me? You know nothing has to do with anything. Ever. At least you hope it's time. When you nut it, push you backward? You climb into your scuttle buggy and prepare to set autopilot to Nikee's place, but something stills your hand. Some strange sensation that's been slowly, surely settling in your stomach. A sense of unease, of dread. Your days of foolish ignorance are long past, and in their place a burgeoning understanding of the universe in which you exist, and the harsh laws by which it rules its inhabitants. You are beginning to fear made the wrong choice, with all the consequences such as lapse in judgment entails. Will you ever truly befriend Nihkee, or are you cursed to live, for who knows how long, in a world without her sweet smile to cure you of your insatiable addiction? Mayhap you need not wonder. Mayhap the time has come to look inside yourself and know. You are going to give your chakras one real motherfucker of a blitzing. It's going to take a mood music of the highest caliber. Having picked up some meditative tips from Boulder, you navigate your scuttle buggy's radio dial to an achromatic buzz station, which is currently playing some soothing ocean sounds. The gentle lap of water meeting the shore, the rhythmic beat of the tide. As steady and sweet as a mother's heartbeat. It's interspersed with distant honks and weird animals chittering. All, of course, because this is still fucking Alternia. You lean back into your seat, reclining it as far as you can go, and sink into the cushiony softness. Something sharp is poking at your rib, but you try to ignore it. Close your eyes and allow the white noise to flood your senses, blocking everything else out. Oh yeah, you're really vibing to this shit right now. Chakra status, blitz to high hell. You imagine casualty as a river. Oh. Every choice is a branch. Tributaries upon tributaries, winding ever downward. It's the... Guys! It's the theme song. Oh! Oh! It's the long version! There was an intro! Pulling into lakes of inevitability. The pit in your stomach gnaws. It all ends here. Stagnant, bitter water, reeking of death. The ocean ever out of reach. Your soul ever yearning for single, solitary estuary among all these ceaseless spillways. Take a deep breath. Water laps at your sides and tickles your ears. You are adrift. You feel the gentle bob as you float down the river. Feel the rush like a ticking clock. Gravity as time pulling you ever forward. Which river is this? To what end does it deliver you? Your breathing slows, then shudders. You feel the rapids approach. The rivers blur, then shift. Your heart rewinds, misses a beat. Surge of emotion, water streaking down the curve of your cheek. Your lungs ache. Which lungs? Which river? Which you? This is literally just a fucking Night Vale monologue. You try to focus, but the water beats at your brows, lashes your arms and legs. Feel like I have to be reading this in a Cecil voice now. Too tired to swim. You try for another deep breath, but nothing comes. With a tumultuous gasp, you sink beneath the surface to the churning darkness below. Amidst the battering onslaught, the images come, whirls of emotion, of sound, of thought, memories best forgotten or never known. Lakes meant to remain uncharted. Oh. What the fuck? Crack of thunder, rain and tearfall, a single drop of olive. The record skips. Peace through rage, the whirl of the carousel. Horses whinny as the calliope sings. The circle takes you. Searching eyes implore you. The puppet strings stretch towards the moon. The flash of a blade. The spray of blood. Her strings are cut. The crackles of energy. The world gone grayscale. Eyes deeper than the deepest pit. A shuddering final breath. You are lost. Lungs burning, water clogging every inch. You furrow your brow. Think. Find your river. Coughing, wheezing, rattling, gasp. Panic seizes at you. The resounding crack, the stamp of hooves, the ricochet of gunfire, the death of one of thousands. A low, sinister honk, footfalls, loud and deep, the swing of a club, blood on the pavement. Dark, acrid smoke. Indistinct voices and crackling intercom. A lurch beneath you, feet thrown out, neon energy crackling green. Choking, desperate, lungs aflame. You focus your will. Where are you? Which are you? Find your river. Piercing eyes, a stern, uncompromising gaze. The siege of acid, crushing spikes, the body worn to nothing, all for her approval. Puff of exertion, gray muscles flex and spirits light in a gulp of water, shine of a smile. Whoa. A looping tape, mirrors and mirrors, the mind like time, infinite. The tributary splits, and you finally drift down your chosen route. Freshwater visions as you float towards the surface. Carefree decision. Scuttling legs and the thrum of an engine, cityscapes passing by. Shit. Stern anger, a fist tightly clenched, shaking, barely restrained, hope crushed under rigid foot. Plan, poorly conceived. Desperation, madness, friendship at all costs. Oh. Navy blood pooling on the concrete, troll and plan, both collapsing. Cold hatred in her eyes. Tense footfalls on the pavement, muscles strained to exhaustion, the sun rising over a desperate chase. Escape, sweet bliss soon to shatter, blood and bone turned to steel. No, I'm not. I'm reading it to myself. You guys, you fuckers can read it yourself. I'm not reading it out loud. That would take me out of it. Fruitless assistance. You're clothing your soul, stained with blood. No more. No more. One more step. One more desperate step. One foot after another in the endless chase. Drenched in fear and sweat, hidden but not well enough. Nihkee Borg? The curtains fall, one final heartbeat at the end of all things. You emerge from beneath the surface with a gasp, coughing up water and... Oh. It's just you sitting in your scuttle buggy. Gentle white noise still playing on the radio. Take a moment to catch your breath, your heart thumping against your ribcage like it wants to crawl out and beat you senseless for subjecting it to all that horse shit. Okay, enough meditation for one day. I think you're just gonna reach over and kind of set the autopilot to Stelsa's house instead of Nike's. Yeah. You have no idea if this will avert or merely delay some horrifying and grisly end or another, but it's better than the alternative. Besides, you really want more of that bitch and grub loaf. Jesus Christ. Wow. You ever have that moment when we're playing this and you just think, oh yeah, this is Homestuck. Because that's what that was. Wow. Jesus Christ. Alright. Ay, ay, ay. Hey guys, you know what time it is? Is Daria still here? Or did Daria leave to go play this by themselves? Oh, Daria's still here. Daria! Daria, it's time! One sec, guys. I was literally just gonna go to your Twitter and capture your name and your icon, but I saw that tweet. It's a good tweet. All right, all right, all right. Ryan, you crying? Yeah, always, forever. I've been waiting so fucking long for Daria. Please, please be good. To quote Scott Pilgrim, please be good. Am I usually not? Just please be good. Fuck. All right, Daria Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. Your feet drag as you walk, every limb heavy and slow, and your thoughts are cloudy and dull. Your palm husk is filled with unanswered texts. Feel guilty about this. Okay, just making sure that I thought my fucking audio delay was still on. I would have fucking burst out actually crying. You feel guilty about this in the back of your mind, where real feelings live crammed together because the front of your mind is too busy being lethargic and numb. Being a bad friend goes against the core tenets of your beliefs, but answering texts just seems like too much effort. You're not sure where this particular malaise came from, just that the usual friend-making animus that drives you is still there, but it doesn't feel strong enough to overcome how tired you are of everything else. You can't quite remember how it felt to care that much about companionship and camaraderie. In fact, right now you can't remember how it felt to care much about anything. Your thoughts drift to fantasies of driving your car into uninhabited Alternian desert until you run out of fuel, perhaps letting the sun have its way with you. That's depression. Could be part of that feeling that you've almost made all of the friends there are to make. There's little left for you to do on this planet. Could be weeks of trauma catching up and sinking you into depression to protect you from thinking about it all. Either way, just feels like so much effort to do anything, and you sort of welcome oblivion if it showed up right now to offer its sweet embrace. Oh, hold on. Oh, Catastic? You drew? Oh my god. It's a drawing of Daria. Praise be. Praise be the Slapperus. I just realized they never played the meme I played for Daria. God damn it. I'm sorry to keep interrupting. I'm sorry, but I gotta play this before we start. It's very important. It's very important. I'm sorry. We'll get to this in just a second.
Oh, check it out.
Pokemon this
Coming on. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Daria.
Do you like
Pokemon.
What the heck is this? It's
Slappers.
Dad.
What? Are you out of your horny little adolescent minds?
I know I am, Dad.
What the heck is this? It's Slapperus, Dad. What? Your listless walking has taken you into a familiar neighborhood. The cerulean part of town. You smile as you reminisce, sweet memories peeking through like beams of sunlight through the fog of your apathy. Not far from here is Malik's Hive. With all of its hacking equipment and charming upper-middle-class atmosphere and entitlement and complacence mixed with vaguely socially aware concern. And though you've only seen pictures of it on Chitter, you know that Ramel's hipster art studio Hive is also in this neighborhood. And one block over is Ardada's place, which gave you gruesome and troubling introduction to Alternian social mores. One taught you love, one taught you patience, one taught you pain, or something like that. This is a party town, huh? I like all these trolls. I like all these trolls. Very good. The hive you're closest to is actually Elward's, and as you shamble a little closer, you realize that a lot of other trolls seem to be converging here too. Fishing out your palm husk, you see that you have an unread message from Elward. It's an invitation to a party at her place. This sounds very old Homestuck. Just those guitars. Looking around you, you feel a flame of your old desire to meet and greet rekindling in your heart. There are plenty of trolls here who haven't met yet. Plenty of opportunities for friendship. Yeah, I want to meet these trolls. The now roaring fire in your belly feels a little artificial, like someone just injected you with friend-making hormones to flood out your regular human melancholy. But you're not going to complain because this is vastly preferable. As you're walking briskly towards Elward's hive, you spot a troll lurking in the shadows by Elward's back door. Curious, you approach, and when you get closer, you can spot the jade green in her outfit. Is this Elward's new girlfriend? Is Daria Elward's new girlfriend? Although there's not much of her blood color in comparison to what most trolls seem to sport, because she's mostly wearing black, and spikes, and black spikes, and sleeves. Her sleeves are gone. Shit, I forgot I was gonna start this stream with your drawing of Lonk and Daria cutting off Wanchi's sleeves. Can you find that, Daya? I want to put that on stream. Ugh. It's you. Guess it makes sense you'd be here. You're probably friends with Elward, huh? Whatever. Yeah, you're friends with Elward, but you didn't come here for the party. You're just in the neighborhood. Try to mimic Daria's disaffected slouch. It's not hard, as you can just channel you from about 60 seconds ago, who was very disaffected indeed. Thank you, Daya. I love this drawing. I love this drawing. Sleeves. That Wanchi. Your Wanchi was so on par. Fucking Daya was out here. Like, Daya had a glimpse into the future, what characters were gonna be like. And just like, oh yeah. You can just channel the you from about 60 seconds ago, who was very disaffected indeed. From the approving arc of Daria's eyebrow, you think you're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, parties are lame. Most parties are anyway. This one might be cool. Elward's pretty cool. Oh, she's blushing. I mean, she seems alright. I don't think she's that cool. I just think her hair and her clothes and personality don't completely suck at all. Girlfriends. Oh, this is the lesbian arc, huh? Both of these. You tactfully don't comment on the green blush in Daria's cheeks when she's talking about Elward. Shit. Daya, take notes. We need some of that good fucking art. She's big gay. Nor the way she keeps glancing at the door like she's hoping someone will invite her in. She's clearly trying to sneak into this party and doesn't have an invite. Also, I submitted this to you, so just ignore it. Oh, Jesus Christ. When a branch snaps in the bushes, Daria startles and looks around shiftily. You wonder if she's supposed to be out on her own this far from the caverns at all. I'm not a baby like Wanchi. So what if I snuck out? The cloister rules are so lame. Bronya's so lame. No, Bronya's cool! Bronya's cool. Can't believe Elward used to hang out with her. But I guess if she hadn't befriended Bronya, then I never would have met her. Befriended? Are you aware of their past relationship? Okay. It's hard to meet non-Jade Bloods in the caverns. All the time you're underground with nothing but Lucai and grubs. And it's the same stupid jades every day. It sucks down there. Daria's imitation grubhorn bracelets clunk as she folds her arms over her chest. Her heavy makeup makes it look like her eyes are twin black holes, where all sense of fun and caring about things might go to die. She's giving you a marked contrast from how Bronya talked about in the caverns, with the peace and quiet and safety they offered compared to Alternia's surface. And other than that time Lynera nearly killed you in the cave, and that time you were nearly trampled by a rampaging Lucis, you remember liking the caverns. You would think that. I don't know why I thought you might be cool. You might be friends with Elward, but you're also friends with Bronya and Lynera. They're two most boring trolls on this planet. Can't help but feel slightly defensive of your friends. Sure, Lynera is Lynera, but you wouldn't call her boring, and Bronya is very fond of rules, it's true, but she can hang. Ugh, whatever. This conversation is dumb. I don't care if you can't get me into the party, nothing matters anyways. Just make your stupid choice and get on with it. Party hard? Funny. Huh. How strange that my name, the game we're currently playing, according to Twitch. Check the game if you don't know what the game is currently on Twitch that we're playing. It's Party Hard. So let's go party hard. Eh, what the hell. It's not your job to keep anyone aligned, and it's not like you have a great understanding of why even older Jadebloods need to stay underground anyways. If Daria wants to sneak into parties and get in trouble, who are you to say no? Daria expresses no pleasure. Look at that. I'm sure Daya and I just had the same visceral reaction to this fucking sprite. Look at that sprite. Look at that sprite! Daria expresses no pleasure at your decision to get her into the party. She just shrugs and rolls her eyes. You shrug and roll your eyes back. I know. You can play the role of disaffected teen with the best of them. You take her around to the front door. Hey, you're looking forward to seeing Elward again. When you meet her, when you met her, you didn't have nearly as many friends as you do now. In retrospect, you know you came off as kind of sycophantic. Wouldn't it be great if you could introduce Elward to this new, popular, and knowledgeable you? As you're walking up to the steps, a huge shadow dwarfs yours. You look up and see Chahoot, of all trolls, grinning above you.
Hey, little one. I remember you. Who's this new little one you've got with you?
Chahoot switches her interests from you to Daria, grinning down at her. Daria isn't huge for a J-Blood or anything, but she seems absurdly tiny with Chahoot looming down on her like that. Her face remains impassive and bored, but she scuffs one of her big black boots on the ground and twists one of her spiky bracelets around her wrist.
Cute. Don't see many little jades outside the caverns. I've always found greenies fascinating, so devoted to the continuation of the species. What a holy mission.
Chahoot moves slow and lazily, like... Oh. That's my new favorite sprite. That's my new favorite sprite so far. Chahoot moves slowly and lazily, like she has all the time in the world with no conceivable reason to rush, and reaches out to pat Daria's shoulder. She lets her hand linger, one claw resting against Daria's neck.
Ain't it a dangerous proposition?
Yes, thank you, Nutmeg. I can hear you.
Be so far away from your green brothers and sisters.
Nutmeg's out there, like, clawing at something.
Unless you're hiding something in those pretty veins.
Oh. Slimy chill runs down your spine. Daria seems frozen to the spot, staring straight ahead at Chahoot's bosom in front of her. You think Chahoot is joking, but it can be hard to tell with clowns. Their humor is so much more highbrow than everyone else's.
Just joking. This looks like a good party, even if Elward is too blasphemous for my taste sometimes. See you both little ones inside.
Then she ambles away, bending down to duck inside the door to the party. Hear party sounds, music, and laughter, and clinking drinks, and what could be the sound of someone being murdered, which qualifies as a party noise on this planet. That one's good too! She's smiling! She smile! Fuck. Fuck, what a good troll. The door swings shut again, and you and Daria look at each other. Daria's heavy makeup can make it hard to read her expression, but you can tell she's a little rattled. You know what? It looks like this party's filled with lame conformers. All these high-bloods that buy into the system and do what they're told, even Elward. We can find something better to do somewhere else. Yeah, to hell with this party. You're down to find your own fun, especially if that means not putting Daria in the way of potentially murder-happy clowns. As you saunter away from the party, you realize that Daria is looking at you expectantly. Well, you've got this reputation for being all unconventional and weird and rebellious. Everyone seems to think you're like totally fucking with the environment, the conventions of society or whatever. So you got any suggestions for cool shit we can do? God, you sure felt a lot of pressure to be quirky since word spread about your manic pixie dream alien ways. It's not like you're trying to be a vehicle for other characters to project onto, assisting in character growth and insight for those around you while your impulse decisions and carefree ways somehow keep you yourself as stagnant and forever unchanged. It just seems to sometimes be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Anyway, you're tired, and it's daunting to have a punk teen expecting you to come up with suggestions for cool stuff. You have a feeling she's just going to shoot down whatever you suggest. You rack your brain trying to think of anything from your many adventures that Daria might like. Your think pan comes up with zilch and squat. She's starting to look bored with you. Confessing that you can't think of anything is probably an option if you want Daria to be your friend. And as exhausted and disillusioned as you feel with your socialite routine, you like her and you want to bond. Oh boy, what do we do, guys? Are we gonna wander the street like hoodlums? Or are we gonna ask her what to do? Alright, everyone wants me to wander the street like a hoodlum. I like that. I like that drawing. I like that drawing. Oh, please draw more. They're great. Here's the thing. Your weirdest and best adventures have happened to you when you're just deciding to be spontaneous and just let shit happen. Adventures and coolness are both hard things to plan. So, what are you suggesting, then? We just wander? Her decisive tone makes you hesitate. But, well, yes, that's exactly what you're suggesting. Daria gives you a long, considering look. Hold your breath, then she shrugs. Okay, whatever, sure. Not like I have anything better to do. Oh, what is this? Oh boy, is this another one? It most certainly is just another one. These are adorable. Are we gonna arson? Let's just go. Who the fuck is that troll? Is that me in the background? To the left? Is that me? Being shifty back there? Meander through the well-maintained cerulean streets heading downtown. Seems like a good opportunity to get to know your new potential friend. So you start by asking her some fairly simple questions. How am I? Gee, I don't know. I'm forbidden to leave the stupid caverns as a Jadeblood. All I have to look forward to is a life of being forbidden to do things. How do you think I am? Okay. Try to walk that one back a little. Sounds like Daria is unsatisfied with the Jadeblood setup. That's one way to put it. You did make a cameo on Friendsim too. Yeah, sure. You could say I'm unsatisfied with, like, the whole setup of my species. You've been here for a while now. Don't tell me you haven't noticed that every part of our society is transparent bullshit. Glance around because Daria is right. You've been around for a while, and that means you know enough that if the wrong people overheard that kind of talk, you'd both get culled on the spot. Is that Tagora top right? Oh, looking down? I didn't even see him up there. It might be. Could be. Yeah! Wait a minute. Yeah, that's them! That's Gallic and... They're up there. They're up there doing gay things. I see them. Everyone here seems distracted by their nonsense. Cautiously, you can see that, yeah, you've noticed a certain bullshit aroma. Yep, it all stinks. No one has any kind of real future, except for the highest of high bloods. And actually, I've heard that things pretty much suck for them, too. Some say that purple bloods are the most disprivileged class of them all. You're just going to continue to not comment on that one. Instead, you point out that being a Jade Blood Daria has a purpose beyond just growing up to become fodder in the Imperial Army. Like you've heard other trolls mention, surely that counts as a real future? Don't get me started. Suffice to say, I'm not exactly hype about the purpose that I supposedly have. More like the purpose that was arbitrarily assigned to me. But it's not like I have a choice, and rebelling in any sort of real way would get me in the danger of culling. Life here is pretty much just hopeless. Damn, I wish you had a good counter-argument. You want to give her some words of comfort, but what can you even say? Daria's right. Shit's grim. At least you're honest. Thanks for not bullshitting me. You know, Lynera said you were good to talk about real stuff. I guess she was right. That's... Huh. You're surprised that Lynera is going around talking about you, saying positive things even, but you're more surprised that Daria is bringing her up in a non-derisive context. You didn't know that Daria and Lynera were close. Ugh, no, gross. I hate Lynera. And I'm not in a romantic way. Or, well... Anyway, never mind. Daria looks embarrassed and flustered and also pissed at you. At least you've gotten the subject away from how hopeless everything is, but still, you don't want this friendship to sour. You're scanning your useless brain for tactful subject change. You're saved by the footsteps of a new troll approaching. Oh my god! Tyzias has to be the most occurring troll now, right? She's gotta be. Jesus Christ, she's been in like fucking 5 so far. Oh my god. They do. Both of their voices are the same! Well, no, Tyzias is kind of just my voice, because I relate to Tyzias more than anyone. Luck would have it. You know this troll, it's Tyzias. Which makes sense, because your meandering has taken you, Daria, close to Tyzias' favorite book hive. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Never mind. I don't even need to ask. You're obviously making friends with this Jade Blood. Searching for some dumb shit to do, no doubt. Don't let me keep you. Tyzias looks just as exhausted as you remember. You don't want her to go just yet, because it's been a while since you've seen her. You're always eager for an opportunity to catch up with a friend, especially one of the less murderous ones. Then you notice Daria eyeing Tyzias' mug of unidentifiable liquid, and an idea occurs to you. You get excited, bouncing a little on the balls of your feet as you introduce Tyzias and Daria to each other. You explain to Tyzias with a meaningful look that you hope she'll interpret correctly, that you and Daria were just conversing about the more unjust aspects of Alternian society and how hopeless everything seems to be. What do you mean, the more unjust aspects? Does Alternian society have aspects that are not unjust? I'm sweeps into studying our legal system, and I haven't found any. Daria makes a muffled sound that could be a laugh. You make your meaningful look more meaningful. Doesn't Tyzias remember the conversation she had with you? About justice in the shitty system? The importance of possibly futile work to try and improve things someday? Pissing? Tyzias squints at you and then takes a long slurp from her mug. She can't talk about this in public, dude. Right. Yeah, I remember. Wave your hands around. Now we're talking. Tyzias is one of the few friends you've made that seemed to not only notice that shit was fucked, but wanted to... Whoops. Oh, shit. I accidentally pressed a key on my other keyboard from my other computer, and I accidentally tried to launch Cluster Truck, and it was like, hey, you're playing Friendsim on another computer. Are you sure you want to do that? Wave your hands around. Now we're talking. Tyzias is one of the few friends you've made. Seemed to not only notice that shit was fucked, but wanted to dedicate herself to unfucking the shit as much as she could. Of course, many of your dear friends try to make the world a little better in a various clumsy, interpersonal, distinctly alternating ways. You think of Chixie striving for her music, even when it pits her against High Bloods, the baffling but sweet ways that Connell and Anastasia, and Gallic and Tagora care for each other, Fajr's commitment to political... Wait, why did you think of that guy? It's a total shill for the contest. Anyway, Tyzias has a big picture mentality, and a cause that she believes in, and the simple fact that she hasn't yet completely given up is inspiring. Daria is struggling with feelings of despair, so maybe Tyzias could talk to her about the work that she's been doing. What? No, I'm not struggling. It's whatever. I don't even care. Daria kicks at the ground sulkily. Tyzias looks her over, her eyes lingering on the jade symbol on her shirt and spiky black jewelry, then sighs. Sure you don't care. Are we effing for Fazer? I went through a phase of telling myself that too. Thought it would make it easier to deal, but nah. Tyzias pauses for another mug slurp. You think she might be enjoying the opportunity to monologue a little bit. Daria huffs. The only thing that helps, and I'm not even sure that helps is the right word for it, is finding something to work on in your own little corner. Try to make shit a little less... But there's nothing I can do in my corner. It's pointless to pretend otherwise. And that goes for, like, the whole system designed to help Highbloods stamp out dissent in every corner. One troll can't do anything against something like that. Tyzias' eyebrow twitches as she stares at Daria, clearly peeved at being interrupted. Uh-oh, this could be going better. Well, no shit. What do you take me for? I'm not saying that all it takes is standing up and fighting for what's right or something stupid like that. That's obviously a surefire way to get called. Well, then what are you saying? How can you even know whatever piddly little action you're taking will change anything? Can't tell you the future, dumbass. No one can give you a guarantee that any kind of action will be taken ultimately effective. You have to decide for yourself that it's worthy to try anyway. Why would you think that it's worth it when everything around us confirms that nothing will ever change? I can't believe you're calling me a dumbass when that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Tyzias looks like she's about ready to throw the contents of her mug in Daria's face. Knowing trolls, she'd probably follow it up with the mug itself. This is not the conversation you'd hope for at all. You step in before things can get any more heated. Tell Tyzias that you're sorry, and you didn't flag her down just so her ideas could get shit on. Turn to Daria, who is staring at both of you with a defiant look on her face and a stubborn set to her jaw. This kid, she's just so dead set on rebelling against everyone who tries to tell her anything, even the faintest whiff of authority. You really thought that maybe all the attitude could be channeled into something productive that would also help her feel better and possibly even give her a sense of purpose. You're not mad, just disappointed. Ugh. Don't give me that look, okay? I was just stating my opinion. But I guess I could have been less of a bone bulge about it. You're pleasantly surprised that Daria more or less apologized. Tyzias looks mollified, too. This shit just makes me so angry. Angry and sad and helpless. Like I don't even know what to do with myself when I really have to think about it. Bingo, unfortunately. I feel the same way. I don't think there's any getting around the helplessness. But what I was trying to say is that working on something that might fix things someday makes that feeling a little less powerful. So what you're saying is it's just about making yourself feel better? Well, when you put it like that, it sounds bad. I believe I'm working on things that might affect change someday, even if I'm not around to see it. But also, yeah. Most of the time it helps me sleep at night, too. You tell Daria is a bit disappointed by this, like she doesn't trust that political rebellion can go hand in hand with making the rebels feel good about themselves. You point out that whether or not Tyzias feels good about her work doesn't make her work any less effective. Yeah, in the end, the universe doesn't care about how I feel. I'm just one troll trying to do the right thing. Or at least the okay thing. For its own sake, even if it might ultimately be futile. What the fuck else are we gonna do in this bitch of an Alternia? God damn it! Yeah, guys, what else are we gonna do on this bitch of an Alternia? Got me there. I'm bored all the time. There isn't anything cool to do in the caverns. I guess during the downtime in my training I could, I don't know, help you out maybe. Not that I have anything to offer other than a book hive in the Jade Cloisters. Access to that might really help with my research, actually. Give me your number and we can talk. Is it just your imagination, or does Tyzias look a smidgen less tired? The bags under her eyes less baggy, the back a little straighter. I think the corners of Daria's lips might be very slightly quirked up. Daria turns her possibly a smile from Tyzias to you. This was cool, I guess. Or at least, not so bad. But I don't know if it counts as something cool. So I guess we could keep hanging out until more shit happens. Know Daria well enough by now to recognize this is a ringing endorsement that it is. You're about to happily agree when Tyzias pipes up. I'm just heading home from studying, but I'm not tired yet. If you wanted a third wheel to drag along. Yay! Shit, dude. That's a good ending. The combo bob is complete. That was a good ending. I liked both of those trolls. Both of these trolls are good. Alright. Ooh, bad ends. Shit. Fuck. We still need male gay. Well, I mean, Gallic and Tagora come to mind, but yeah. Don't forget your skip. Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate on that. Okay, it's off. Suggest she goes home. Thinking about the Jadeblood Caverns has got you really missing them. The quiet monotony, the cute little grubs, the dank air, and the darkness. You can't think of a better place to lie down and have a depression nap. Perhaps even a depression coma. I don't know, Nick, though. It's based on just, I don't know, what I know about the game. Yeah, it's guesswork, basically, but sometimes they make it pretty obvious. So you straighten up out of your sludge and tell Daria that regardless of her opinion on Branya and how cool or lame she is, these cloister rules probably exist for a reason, right? Maybe the two of you can go back to the caverns together. Fine. Be a goody two-strut pod encasements. I'm gonna go somewhere where it's not so lame. Oh, well. Lame. Shit, dude. So lame. What a lame-o. Lamb. Be glad that I didn't give fucking Daria the voice I was thinking about giving her. I realized that I was really gonna like her character, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. Because I was gonna go, it's me, Daria. How's it going? It's Lamb. Okay, party hard. Alright. Dunno. What do you want to do? Thanks for not doing that voice. No, I have a voice for Lonk. I've been planning my Lonk voice for the past 3 arcs. I was planning on, yeah, Cecil. Exactly. I was planning on doing Cecil's voice. Save the best for last. Probably the most fun voice to do since it's just a fucking deep voice. It's gonna be dope. Tell Daria that you have no ideas for cool things to do because everything on this planet is lame. But she's from here. Doesn't she know any of the non-lame places to go? I told you, I'm stuck underground all the time. It's not my fault that I'm literally sheltered and never get to do anything fun. Cecil's the host of Welcome to Night Vale. Has a very deep and soothing voice. Oops, maybe this was the wrong approach. She seems pissed at you. But then Daria sighs loudly and uncrosses her arms from her chest. I do know of one place that's pretty alright, I guess. Cecil's a gay cryptid. Yeah. Better than here, anyway. It's far, though. Not a problem. You've got wheels. You were walking around the neighborhood because, well, you felt lifeless and glum, and your car needs alien fuel, which you've been reluctant to ask someone how to get because you don't want to be told it runs on grub grease or something like that. But now you have a purpose again. You're more than willing to provide transportation and service for your new friendship goal. Take Daria to your car parked a few blocks away. She directs you where to go. You drive through neighborhood after neighborhood, through Yellowblood slums where you met Volko and Kuprum, the busy urban sector where your adventures with Tagora, and the austere Indigo Blood enclave where Gallic lives. Eventually, the buildings get sparse, and you think about how you were yearning to drive out into the burdened landscape and not die, maybe, but just stop. Just let it all end. You don't think Daria would take you all the way out here just for both of you to meet sweet oblivion, but who knows? Trolls can be kind of hard to predict. Just when you think you've reached a point where there can't be any more city or suburbs left, a rubble of massive old buildings comes into view. It's almost like a miniature version of the main Alternian city that you're used to, except it's all abandoned and mostly ruined. Nothing around here looks inhabitable. Rumor has it that some of the trolls who lived here pissed off the Condis, so she called this whole town. That would have been way back in the day. It's ancient history now. If there were any survivors, I guess they'd either dead or up in space. Anyway, these old buildings are kind of sick. There's no one here, and I'm into that. What if this is the town from Hiveswap? What if this is Zephyros' town? That got destroyed. Drive until she tells you to stop in front of a huge crumbling building, and even though this thing is half gone, you can still tell it's a mall. We actually went to a mall! Who said earlier we were gonna go to an abandoned mall? I saw in the chat, someone said let's go to an abandoned mall. And I don't know if that's just because you knew, or you were guessing. Seems a bit different from the mall you visited with Polypa. Even aside from the fact that it's totally dark and there's no one inside it. It seems more old-fashioned, a lot more like the one of your familiar Earth malls. Every dystopian movie you've ever seen has taught you to be extremely wary of abandoned malls, and you feel pretty nervous as Daria takes you up the rickety frozen escalator. It's so hard you can barely see your hand in front of your face. You're trying not to show your fear, because you don't want to look like a wuss in front of Daria, but you can't hold back a whimper when your foot lands on a step that makes a distinctive about-to-collapse noise. Don't be scared. It's okay. I've climbed all over this place 1,000 times, and anything that isn't already disintegrated is sturdy enough. There's no risk of culling out here, because, well, everyone's already been culled. She's gentler towards you than you would have expected, given her cynical and spiky demeanor. Swallow your fear as you reach the top of the escalator and tell her that it's chill. Just have some horror movie associations. Daria turns and pats you stiffly on the arm. You'd never tell her this, but her reassuring manner once she's noticed someone is in distress kind of reminds you of Branya. It's worth it when you get to the cool part. Come on. Oh, fuck, that's a good sprite. Shit continues to be dark for a while, though you can see some light up ahead. As you get closer, the hall opens up to a food court, and you see that the light is moonlight shining through the mostly absent roof. Daria was right. There was something extremely surreal and cool about a decrepit, empty food court with the roof caved in. Rubble sits atop cafeteria tables. Plastic food trays are scattered on the floor, and, okay, that might be the remains of a troll skeleton, still wearing a mostly disintegrated fast food uniform, which is less cool and makes you remember that this place is abandoned because the Condis sent drones here to murder everyone. You want to know the weirdest thing about this mall? seems like actual adults used to maybe work here. I've gone through a lot of stores, and some of them are for adult-sized things. Now there's just a store for, like, shit the drones bring you now. There's army supplies for going off-world, too. This mall was for adults. It must be really fucking ancient. Jeez, it's really been that long since there were any adults on this planet? Even after all your time on Alternia, that still kind of freaks you out. What must that be like? To grow up entirely without adults? To live on a planet that's nothing but kids? Daria gives you a weird look. What would it even be like to have adults down here too? That sounds way more dangerous and stupid. It's not like we're all wigglers. Trolls have to grow out of that mindset pretty fast. People have responsibilities or whatever the fuck, or at least they pretend to. And there's training and stuff for Jades. We're basically trapped. Maybe you'd think that a planet of kids would mean you could do whatever you want, but I've never had any freedom. I'll have even less as an adult. Cloistered Jades aren't even allowed to join the Imperial Army. Instead, we get shipped off to live and live in isolation. We're forbidden to contribute genetic material to the slurry. No paling is allowed once we mature. For some, I don't know, bullshit old-fashioned reason that I pretty much don't understand at all. On Alternia, your whole future is decided the second you're hatched. People tell me all the time that I have it lucky as a Jade blood, but I don't feel lucky at all. Yeah, you do agree with Daria that the future she describes sounds like bleak as hell, right? It's going to fucking suck. And it's shitty that I have it good. I mean, at least I don't have a certain early death in my future, unlike a lot of low bloods. The system is so fucked up, and it's never gonna change, and I hate it here. Just want a way out of it. Look at that face! Look at that face! Maybe when you go back to your home planet, you could take me with you. Oh, I will. Quest came out of left field. Even for a few seconds, you could just blink at her stupidly. Even with all that angry black makeup around her eyes, she looks so sad. Sad and lost. I will take you. I will take you! You wish you had a different answer to give her, but you tell her you can't take her back to your planet because you don't know how, when, or if you're ever going to get home. Oh, you drew something? Hold on. MC, get out of my room! I'm trying not to contemplate the future because on the rare occasion that you do let yourself think about it, existential dread tends to take over. Dread. Yeah, that's the word for it. No. Zebra must die. The older I get, the more I realize how shitty things are. Try not to think about it, just like you. But it still hits home sometimes, and when it does, I don't feel, like, angry or rebellious. Instead, I feel completely fucking paralyzed. This, too, is a familiar emotion with you. You feel for Daria, who has wandered over them to the middle of the food court and is staring up through the cave and at its moons. She has her arms wrapped around her middle, and her spiky jewelry and jagged haircut and big black boots don't do anything to make her look less small. You wish you knew what to say to make her feel better. You've done a decent job at cheering up dejected trolls in the past, but it's hard when you're feeling so crappy about your own situation. You mutter something about how things could still get better. You never know what the future holds, yada yada yada. She looks at you like she knows just how hollow your words are. Ugh, you sound just like Branya. Next, you're going to tell me about important Jade Bloods and what an honor it is. All this responsibility is. Give me a break. Optimism is for chumps and losers. Keeping grubs safe doesn't matter. The continuation of our species doesn't matter. Nothing any of us do fucking matters. Feel your blood getting hot to match the steel that is now in her voice. The sick part of you finds this train of thought a lot more viscerally satisfying than trying to cheer her up. Which wasn't working anyway. You stamp your feet, and so does she. Can't believe anyone bothers with trying to carve out a real life on this worthless shithole of a planet. There's no point. We might as well all be cold. In the back of your mind, you know you should be disagreeing with some of this, but you're too worked up to care. Maybe Daria's right. Maybe nothing matters. It's fucking right. Maybe I should just quit. Falter in your righteous fury. Maybe quitting is going a bit far. Maybe the high bloods that go around causing death and destruction just because they can have the right idea. Oh boy, this did not sound so great. What doesn't sound great about it? Who cares if I just decide I don't want to be a caretaker, instead I burn shit down for fun? There's no point, so what doesn't matter? Who cares? Daria's hands are balled into fists and her teeth are bared as she glares at you. You open your mouth, maybe to tell her that you care, even though words probably sound trite. But no words come out. She scoffs and turns away from you and jumps on the crumbly-looking cafeteria table. You know what? Fuck this. Friendship is as pointless as everything else. She picks up one of the chairs, and you really need to stop being surprised at the strength of even the scrawniest looking trolls. Hurls it at the nearest fast food stall. You thought it was just a random throw at first, but it appears that she was aiming with precision because it crashes into a tank of fuel connected to the oven. Okay. Not sure how alternating and cooking technology works, but the stall explodes into a huge green-tinged fireball that knocks you on your ass. Oh, fuck. You watch in horror from your ass-level vantage point as flames kick into the restaurants on either side, explosions happening around the food court like dominoes. Daria stands on her table in the middle of it, unmoving, even as the fire threatens to envelop her. This probably is the only place I actually like on the whole planet. So good riddance. If it's gone, one less thing to care about. With all the dust and debris, the small is coming down fast around you. You desperately want to get Daria out of here, but you desperately want to save yourself more. Daria doesn't look like she wants to be saved. You make a feeble attempt, going over to her and trying to grab her around the waist to get her out of here, but she kicks you hard in the chest. Her steel-toed combat boots send you flying, and it's once again 0 days since you last broke your ribs. As used to this pain as you are, it still takes you a second of lying on the floor in agony before you can push yourself up to look back at the food court. Wall of fire now separates you from the tables inside. You can't even see Daria anymore. Your heart sinks. Maybe she'll come to her senses and pull herself up out of the danger and escape through the caved-in roof. Maybe she'll get out some other way. Stumble to your feet, half thinking that maybe you can find water or a fire extinguisher in some part of the mall that isn't burning up. But smoke chokes your lungs, and in your panic, your human survival instincts take over. You dash down the escalator as the mall infrastructure starts to crumble around you, and you don't want to abandon Daria, but it's all you can do to get your own sorry self out of there alive. Well, I like the good ending. I like the good ending. Don't like that ending very much, but I like the good ending. Alright. And that is, volume 17. Let's check the credits real quick. Let's see, who do we got? No Aisha. No Aisha this time. Let's see. Nihkee was David. Alright. Who did, Oh, Daria was C. Alright. Awesome. Cool. Let's see. Adrienne came back for this one. Phil Gibson did the backgrounds. The backgrounds are good. I like those. Phil Gibson did the endings. And let's check out those. Oh, God. Daria's theme. Trollkind cannot gain anything. Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist. Nike's theme. LMAO, I still don't know if it's Nihkee or Nike, like the shoe, not like the name Mike. Thanks for watching, guys. Nike Wazowski!